Hello and welcome back to TR-49, not TR-47, as I might have called it at the end of the last episode. We have a bunch of notes and such to find here. Let's see. And so let's see. Okay, Elise is AL. I did not notice that. So let's try hunting some more things. So let's hunt for these, maybe. Okay, why does going to AL12 put me to HE19? Okay, so AL12, what does it say here? One of the sources, something I read that didn't want to be read. The power of revision only lasts as long as it's being read. So find WI93 it for me. Okay, what is this? Okay, to erase data from the machine, please enter Beatrice's magic W040. 2 men stand on either side, one from above and one from inside. Oh, there's a password I have to enter. Okay. The password is never password, silly. Can I actually type a password? Oh, no, that I see. Okay, so I'm at W040, which is presumably one of these machine codes, maybe? Let's see, WI93. This is WI93. W040 doesn't tell me very much. Source control is ED17. Source control, exercise caution. Reintegration is power intensive and can reduce network capacity. Releases are known to have unintended consequences. Make data source, wipe data source. Okay, so we can try this make data source option. Enter code for bitwise reassociation, or PR37, to return. Okay. Okay. I just wanted to check these because I have not checked them recently. Last entry created.
He had believed that the machine could benefit humankind, but the longer it ran, the clearer it became that humankind stood forever on the line, with those at the front taking the largest share. So, to put all the value in a single place was to starve those who could never reach the front.
Okay. So let's have a look at... I wish I knew what these red dots meant. I'm sure Tristan's going to instantly know what the red dots mean, but I do not know what the red dots mean. Okay, I'm gonna try and see if she had a thesis when she graduated from Oxford. So that would be UL68 for Ursula. Darn. Apparently not. Javier Youngman. Don't really know anything about this. Let's see. Okay, Elise abandoned the archive in 85, and we know that Elise is AL. So what about AL 85? Okay.
All right, then.
Okay, we've got all of these. And I think we have all of them now, is I think what they have claimed. So you see 49, the work begins in earnest. Okay, Pemberton 1900 is one I don't actually have. Okay, what are Pemberton's abbreviations again? Dorothea Pemberton. Okay, so Pemberton 1900. So we've got Dorothea Pemberton 1900. Okay, this is her second book. She quotes RS-83. Long John Silver, she insists, is a real person, certainly more real than I. Toshua Silver came along later, coincidence, I think, but even he was only real for a time. Okay, so I don't quite know what to do with that, but okay, that was like, is this going to be a reference to Treasure Island? And it absolutely was. Irrelevant, despite a mention in an image in water.
An image in water.
But it is BE47's favorite book. She says she will name her children after the pirates. First Billy Bones, then Pew, then Long John, but not Jim. That's too plain. It's an absurdity. We must aim for girls. Beatrice. Oh, there's a sort of reply here. I didn't know we could do that. Additional log. Girls, oh really? Well, if that's your intention, dear sweet CC11, then why don't you do something about it, you love-struck fool? Henry doesn't stop asking, and one day I will say yes to him, only to spite you. Okay. And so I did. That's Cecil, of course. Okay. I see. This is... So when you say this inner code to expand, I see. That's how we get additional stuff written over here. Okay. So we've got Dorothea Pemberton's first publication in 1896. Her second publication is in 1900. She died in 1911. These are all things we know about Dorothea Pemberton. Okay. Married in 1958 is, I guess... Oh, we know about Cecil. Okay, we certainly know we have these two books. Born the year Javier Youngman died. Okay, so Javier... Let's write that down. Javier Youngman died... Oh, I don't know what year she... I see. I do know what year she was born. She was born in 1891, based on this information. So Javier Youngman seems to have died in 1891, maybe? Okay. Met... Okay, the universe is but the surface of a pool. Okay, I don't know the names of her books. I maybe should. Okay, we have all of the Rampage books. I should like just figure out what the other Rampage books are, because they're of course going to be like years between 35 and 42. I don't know what the Rampage books are doing with anything, but we can figure this out. Okay, so this one... What is the CE32, by the way? Oh, okay. I had not actually clicked on it. Cecil Ernstwissel, who's I think our Cecil, is best known for herding Anglo-Galactic relations and destroying the only draft of Le Marchand's peace revisions. It is a shame he did not destroy his own writings instead. To call this document of corrections foul is to insult rotting corpses and festering sewage, both which have a necessary place in the schemes of things. World without Urswisel's contributions would be a world improved, as he has recently confirmed. Isn't he, like, literally writing about himself? Yeah, this is, like, literally him writing about himself, I believe. A tadpole of a man. My copy came with a bonus tucked inside JS38. I would love to know how it came to be there.
Oh, that bastard. He turned you against me, Mayflower. But that wasn't enough. He had to destroy me, my reputation, and mind. Hell hath no pit deep enough, but I suppose he will have written himself into heaven. I know how it works as well as him.
Okay. It's rare for the archive to file a letter, but this letter written by Silverton to Kendrick in 1938 is too intriguing to pass. Her reply from the following year is equally remarkable. 5 years later, JS was dead with only one more publication to his name, in quotes. Okay, so Kendrick, what are Kendrick's initials again?
Let's see.
P. Okay, so this has got to be PK39 is the response letter. Okay, somehow we don't have the whole business here. I read the others, just like this one is clearly all true. An accusation wrapped in a novel, like a flimsy disguise. A young student finds a notebook from a dying university professor in his pigeonhole, outlining a principle that he can change reality itself. But before he can make sense of it, it's stolen from him and things around him begin to change. Until one day a young woman comes to sell it back to him. Okay, I'm going to go back to these. The Rampage series. This is the one that... Oh, but this... Okay, yeah, the reference to Jane Austen. I wish I knew why some of these would show up in orange. Some of these show up in orange and some of them don't. Oh, this is... Oh, sorry, I lost track of. I was trying to do this series. So this is the third book in the series, and we want to find the fourth one. The title is a reference to JS31. Okay, so this is the one whose title... Okay, and which one is JS31? Oops. JS31. Oh, I don't have a JS31. Do I? Looks like I don't. Yeah, I have it still up here. Yeah, I think that's the bad book, but I don't know which one that is. Okay, so let's find all of these. Because these were published like every other year. Okay, this is the midpoint of the series. In this one, a civilization of robots is discovered that turns their attention upon Earth. Arthur must now fight a war on two fronts, Meanwhile, Lady Guinevere's transformation into an insectoid creature is nearly complete and will have significant ramifications 2 years later in Azimuth Ascending. Okay.
Azimuth Ascending.
Okay, so this is book 4. So then that's going to be Azimuth Ascending is going to be book 5, because I already know that book 6 is Alienation. It is increasingly maddening to read. Interestingly, there is a reference in here to a powerful spell called Silverton's Curse. I think Arklovich might have known Joshua Silverton. I wonder if they met during the period in which this book was written. Okay, so 2 years later, we're in Azimuth Ascending. Okay, so this is Azimuth Ascending.
Azimuth Ascending.
Oh, I seem not to have actually filled in Alienation, even though I know it's the 6th one. Maybe I just didn't know what year it was, but we'll find it.
The machine tilted its head to one side and began to chuckle. A dark noise like a river of chocolate running over cherry stones. Nothing about it made her feel any more comfortable. She tugged at the manacles on her wrists and said, bravely, "Get it over with then." The machine nodded, lifting the bishop high before slamming it down. Checkmate, it purred.
The 5th of the 7-part Rampage cycle, a sentient robot with a penchant for disaster falls in love with a tentacled alien of indeterminate gender. The result is a fascinating exploration of power and self-knowledge on a canvas the size of the universe. These books will be remembered in the decades to come as signposts signifying both great social and artistic change. Another reference to Silverton and a powerful evil magic which destroys the caster. This is a warning for his friend. Okay, let's go back to... so I want to get all of these locked down if I can. Okay, 42, I presume is the last one. Yeah, okay, so... Okay, so this is the last one. So before that, let's see, what would have been 41? 40? Okay. Okay, this is the 6th. This one is Alienation. Rampage Alienation.
Alienation?
"You can't survive this," she screamed, the desperation in her voice the first honest sound he had heard from her. "I can and will," replied soberly, "and you will love me for it." And then he raised the blade and struck.
Followed quickly on the previous, suggesting... So, okay, so this followed quickly on the previous, suggesting, frankly, less editing than usual. I confess to being disappointed by the protagonist's endless introspection. The fiery pace of the Sword Moon is long gone. Meanwhile, the alien characters are becoming increasingly coded, in my view, as women.
The Sword Moon.
Oh, I somehow... Oh, I guess I didn't have that one. I thought I did. Natural community builders, they consider their appearance, they nurture the young. The bafflement that Arklovich gives this behavior is quite honestly somewhat embarrassing. Silverton is not mentioned. Whatever Arklovich feared, perhaps now it's too late. Okay, so... let's go back to... Arklovich. I wish I could navigate this slightly better. There probably is some way. Okay, I want to look at these and see if I can guess which of these is the Sword Moon. Let's see, is there anything interesting in this note? Cecil is a dear, but he does not understand that if this machine of ours is to think, it must be wise. You cannot compute in a vacuum tube. So if I've been feeding in the classics, and of course he has been releasing them again. Well, dear, I have sealed the option up behind the name of the creation we haven't made yet. Checkmate. Okay, so this is their child. Beatrice Dueller is the cleverest woman alive and also serially the most beautiful. I can only hope she does not find this annotation before I finally ask her to marry me. Okay. Go back over here. Is this one just Rampage?
Okay,
Rampage?
let's see.
That seems plausible.
Rampage? All right then.
Okay, the other option I have here is that this could be the Moon Sword, because it said the fast pacing of Moon Sword is long gone.
Sword?
So the Moon Sword has to be somewhat earlier. Apparently it's not this one either. Okay, so let's go back and see if we can read all of these in a row and if it helps. Okay, so here's the second one. Swords in the Dark.
What kind of palace is this? Salt does not keep well in space, the lady replied only. It goes as sour as warm milk.
Okay. We'll find the sleeping knights for the battle the Glen of Galileo will bring. Okay, so I'm guessing that means the Glen of Galileo is the next one. Oh, I can even actually read a lot of the title here to see that it's the Glen of Galileo, which I really should have done before, huh? I'd sort of missed the, missed that. Okay, so I can sort of like, make it out. Okay, so I should be able to actually get all of these.
Glen of Galileo.
Using that. And I guess since they show it to me, it's not cheating to do.
The empty void stretched out before them like a midnight meadow. We ride until we can ride no longer, the king declared. And we find salvation or we find despair. The horses breathed into their glass helmets. Then, with a beat of a crop, they began to charge.
Okay, as they see this, search the Moon Sword, a reference, of course, to the same holy object. Life-giving grails never found, but the discovery of a time portal in the wilds of Scotland sets up the further entertainment for the second half of the series. Okay, so this is the one that's a reference to JS31. Do I have the title of this one? No. Do I have anything that sounds like it could be this? Because we had Glen of Galileo. I don't think any of this sounds like the Glen of Galileo to me. So let's see. Let's just go back.
The empty void stretched out before them.
Okay, so now that I know that I have most of the title visible...
Right, no longer, the king declared. And we find salvation.
Let's go back here. Is this one the Sword of the Moon? I can't quite make out whether this title is the Sword of the Moon or not. What are my options? I guess is the question. I hate having to scroll back through these. There's no... there probably someone in the comments is going to tell me after I finish the game that there was a much easier way to do this. Okay, there's the Sword Moon, the Moon Sword, and Rampage. Okay, there we go. The Sword Moon. You can see it clearly there.
The Sword Moon?
I hope this is not cheating. I'm trying not to cheat. I'm not 100% sure if this is cheating or not. I think it's not. I think I'm supposed to be allowed to use the words.
It is a message of terror and destiny. Then tell me, he said, I am not afraid. But in truth, he was.
Okay. So let's go to the next one of these that I don't have yet. Which is this one. Okay, this one we can even see ends in an exclamation point. So this is Rampage. Oh, yeah.
Rampage?
The war goes badly, oh, Sir Galahad, the lady cried. But by your arm and your valour it may yet be won. Nothing lost is won, the knight replied, stoic as a stone. But everything won was uncertain for a time. So true, the lady replied, with the patience of a star.
Patience of a Star. Okay, and then let's see. Is there a hot link down here to the next one? Maybe I should just skip through this way.
The machine tilted its head to one side and began to chuckle. A dark noise like a river.
Okay, this is the last one. This reflection of the original novel is telling you that they have the same titles but backwards, which is what is indeed happening. I see.
Okay, let's see. The Moon Sword?
All sources identified by this person.
And of something else. He was a man, yes, but now more than a man. From his back, long, articulated extra limb coiled up around his head. He heard her laugh once, and then he jumped, falling and rising, both and all at once.
Alrighty, we're going to wrap up today's episode here, but we'll continue our exploration soon. But on the victory of having gotten this whole septology, I guess is what you'd call a set of 7 books, named, we'll call that good. But I'll see you next time. I hope you're enjoying this. I'm not quite sure exactly what lead I'm chasing down next. We'll figure it out. There's certainly some stuff related to like how long people lived and whatnot that I've gotten. So thank you to everyone, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.